The King and fellas, I'm OrosZ. This is another episode of YAKUZA 3. And in this episode, we're continuing to solve a murder mystery. Murder at Cafe Alps mystery, specifically. Somebody's been murdered at Cafe Alps. I got a key, by the way, I forgot about that. And some guy got accused of it 6 years ago and went to prison. Nice. Don't really give a shit. And yeah, and we now for some reason try to solve it. Because the guy who worked on that case or something like that. No, the journalist who covered that case and gave it a lot of recognition and people really hated that fucking guy who went to prison. He thinks he might have not been the murderer and that he feels really guilty about shitting on him so much and kind of ruining his life. And now I'm going to ask this guy who was at the crime scene that day, who's supposedly innocent, but he's acting a bit sus, if you know what I'm saying. Job is boring me to tears, so ask away. Let's see. What to ask? Well, I got some new fucking revelations. Except I don't know which fucking question to ask. We were at the Cafe Alps at the time of the murder, weren't you?
Huh?
Yeah, that's... He's just repeating what he said last episode. Do you know anything about the person seen running from the crime scene? I only found blah blah blah, I see. Oh. He also repeats what he said? How about the motive?
Oh.
See, last episode at the very end I found out that one of the employees who wasn't at who wasn't at work that day was being harassed at that workplace. And I was... Oh, now we ask the question. Fuck, I just skipped something. Iwagawa sounds familiar. Your co-worker from Cafe Alps. So I should have just not asked him anything, and that would have made me ask the question. Oh, Mr. Gloomy. Yeah, I remember him now. Iwagawa says he had things stolen from his locker. You know anything about that aside? What? You think I had something to do with it? Yes. Yes? Like a Chad. They even gave it the Chad profile. Yes. Nice. Look, I'm not judging you, I'm just trying to find out what you know. Well, I might have tried to make a quick buck or two off of him. All I took was a wallet and some CDs I sold off later. Not a big deal. Anything else? Like what? You didn't steal Yuagawa's uniform. Uniform? How would I make any money off of that? All I stole was his wallet and CDs, that's all. So that's all the side took, huh? Maybe the police really did take the uniform. I got a side testimony too. Alright, now I gotta go back to Cafe Alps. And I guess solve this shit. I've talked to everybody related to the case, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easy proving Yuichi Akechi's innocent. I should meet up with YAKUZA at the Cafe Alps. That's where I'm going. Oh look, we got a green quest. Green quests are very rare for some reason. Only very rarely we have a green marker on the map. It's usually for something significant, but not related to the main plot. I think I'm gonna have to go to Stardust too. I don't know why. Funny seeing you here, what's up? I'm taking one of my clients out on the town. We were in the area, so I thought I'd drop and see you. Who's this? Took your client out of the town. Don't you mean you're going to one of those host clubs? My client just happens to like host clubs, really. It's just a coincidence. Speaking of which, isn't your perfume a bit strong tonight? Oh, really? I didn't think so, but... Oh, look at the time. Okay, I've got to go. I hate how quickly it gets so fucking dark outside. I feel like I've been sitting here for so long because when I started recording it was still bright. And now it's dark. I feel like I've been sitting here for fucking 3 hours, but I've only been sitting here for like 50 minutes. That Yuko. What a bitch. I hate her. Who was that woman talking to Kinoshita? That's Kinoshida's wife. Oh, really? She's taking people out of the town and she's okay with it, alright. Kinoshida's wife, how do you know that? She actually used to work here, that's how I know her. She worked here? Is that so? That's right. She already quit by the time the murder happened, though. And she wasn't on the security tapes of the dining area, so she definitely wasn't at the cafe that day. I see. What about the woman that dated Oda that was supposedly involved? You know what, maybe you should dig up Oda and just ask him who the fuck killed him. It doesn't sound like Kinoshida wife Yuko is involved in the case, but maybe I should look into her anyway. I got YAKUZA's testimony. Well, to look into her, we gotta go to Stardust and ask Yuya about it. Can't believe Yuya comes fucking back somehow. Let's go to Stardust. Missed that fucking place. Yeah, I was talking about Halloween last episode. I also watched the 2018 Halloween, and I meant to watch the new one, Halloween Kills. And I also found out there's actually a new one supposed to come out 2022, Halloween Ends. But I haven't seen Kills yet. Was I supposed to come here? Perhaps not. Maybe I should have talked to YAKUZA a little bit more. I mean, there's nobody to talk to. Unless there isn't, I'm fucking blind. What? Something triggered. Is that? That looks like Kinoshida's wife, Yuko. Thank God she doesn't know me, because otherwise it would be kind of weird. She looks fucking bored as hell. Oh, Kiryu-san, what brings you here? Yuya, what can you tell me about that woman over there? Point at her, Kiryu. Point at her and wave. Who, you mean Yuka-san? She's been a regular customer of ours for years. What do you want with her? I want her dead. She looks awfully rich for someone so young. She manages a venture-funded startup. Her company gets popular making products targeted at young women, and it's been growing pretty fast over the last 4 or 5 years. 6, 7, I don't know. Is that so? Oh my god. The time of matches with the fucking murderer. She killed Oda because she makes perfume out of his dead body. Who is that? You haven't seen him before. Is he a new host? Yes. Why am I fucking looking down at her tits like that? And Yuya too, what the fuck? You know, sometimes in video games when you walk up to a character and it's like the character's programmed to look at them in the face. So like when you stand next to them, they would like start looking to the side. She was programmed for everyone to look at her tits. Ah, Yuka-san, this is Kiryu-san. We own a lot to this man here, and no, he's not a host. I'm just a tit admirer. Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Why the fuck are they looking at her tits like that? This is my company, by the way. If you ever need anything, just give me a call. Sure. Yeah, sure. Keep talking, yes. Bye now. Tonight was fantastic. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye. I've collected all the information I can right now. I should go back and see detective. Well, I gotta go to the detective? Why? Maybe I do. I don't know. I thought I gotta go back to Cafe Alps and tell him what the fuck I managed to collect. Oh my god, if I need to solve this fucking case for real, I think it's Asai who did it. Maybe. Either that woman, Asai, or the fucking weird nerdy guy. He's been acting a lot, really fucking strange. He's harassed, maybe he killed him because of... He tried to get revenge. Nope, I still don't see anything off about any of this. You have a minute? Oh, he wasn't talking to me, just himself. Oh, it's you. So did you find any proof of Akechi's innocent yet? What was you were looking at? Oh, this is a list of evidence we made during the investigation 6 years ago. You're taking such a hard look at this case, I thought I'd better take another glance myself. Can I see that? I guess, but you won't find anything wrong with any of it. I honestly can't figure out why you think Akechi is innocent. I got a list of evidence. Wait a minute. What's this? Ooh,
Hmm?
what's what? I finally got it. Was it really that simple all along? It was aliens doing. Of course. No mistaken about it, somebody framed Akechi.
Nani?
Dart's explanation. Why is that in the background? Shouldn't disappear? Dart's explanation. That's his name. Dart's explanation. What, are you serious? Yeah, I'll explain everything. But first, I need you to round up everybody related to the case. But I'll it'll turn out fine, you'll see. Okay, just don't blame me if it doesn't.
そうだな。
I'll get everybody together at Cafe Alps, then that oughta work, right? Yeah, that's fine. I really hope you figured it out, Kiryu, because I haven't. I've got all the evidence I need. It's time to reveal what really happened 6 years ago. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Kiryu. I just really wanted to finish this stupid fucking side quest. Why the fuck someone's honking? What was that? That was weird. I never heard that sound effect. What the fuck? A weird little fucking thing that happened. Yeah, so Laurie, after the fucking last movie, or the first one, apparently she's been... First of all, she's like a badass granny who was living all on her own, training with guns and shit, all just to hunt down Michael. And you know what's funny? You think she's so badass this whole fucking time. But when she finally fucking, you know, gets to fight Michael, she's not that... I mean, she isn't completely fucking, you know, defenseless like she was in the first movie where she just screamed and cried all the time. But she, like, kind of fucks up a lot. And I was like, oh my god, is she actually gonna die? And actually fail to stop Michael? That'd be funny. Yeah, and Michael's in an asylum again, even though the last movie ended with him disappearing. God knows where. This movie wasn't so scary as well. I didn't get scared. But I do admit, when I had to walk into my room without lights in it, I had to turn them on. I was like, oh god, what if Michael made his way into my room when I wasn't in it? Got fucking spooked. Well, I did as you asked, Detective. I closed the cafe and kicked everyone the fuck out. Through the window. Now that's all. What's this all about? Kiryu-san and his friends would like to talk to all of you. There's like a weird thing I see on Twitter a lot, like a cartoon. I think it's called Gippy or something like that. Gippy, I don't know. And it seems like it's like a big crossover between all of the Cartoon Network cartoons and then some. Hanna-Barbera cartoons and shit. And I even seen some SpongeBob stuff in it, where it's like there's this character, and apparently it's like a glitch that's invading all of Cartoon Network, as in Cartoon Network being like a different, like a world where all the cartoons live together, kind of reminiscent of these old Cartoon Network cartoons, maybe, when they all appear together in like a big Cartoon Network city. Remember that? Those ads? And yeah, I don't know what the fuck else about it. I haven't watched it. It's like a pilot on YouTube. I think it's available for free. You can just go and watch it. But I haven't. I don't really care. But I just seen it everywhere. Kiryu-san and his friends. I don't have friends. I have you here for one reason and one reason alone. I'm sure all of you remember. Can that fucking music stop? Fucking. Could you kick out the pianist too? I'm sure I'll remember the murder that took place here 6 years ago. The victim was whatever the fuck's son, the manager of the cafe at the time. One of the employees, Yuichi Akechi-san, was arrested for his murder. Awesome. Did Akechi-san really kill OrosZ? I'd like to ask each one of you to think back on that day. Do any of you have the evidence and truly conclusive evidence that Akechi was really the one who killed OrosZ? What the fuck? I was struggling with one question since the day of that murder. Could Akechi-san actually be innocent? Yeah, could be. Anything could happen. Anything could be real. I like to think he was. There you go, enough evidence. Before I could find out for sure, an article I wrote implicating Akechi-san as the murderer got published. Blah, blah, blah. But thanks to Kiryu-san here, we finally arrived at the truth of what happened 6 years ago. But if Akechi is innocent, that means someone else is guilty. And it's not me. Exactly. Kiryu goes like, I killed Oro-san. But what do you base all on this on? Base all of this on, Kiryu? I need to show them proof of Yuichi Akechi's innocence. What should I give? Guys, I do not fucking know. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't know. The notebook? Alright, his fingerprints were on the... That's not the thing. List of evidence? That's the thing, when Kiryu looked at it, he was like, oh my god, it all makes sense. I'm gonna look at it. No, that doesn't prove anything. Okay. What about the notebook? No, this doesn't prove anything. It'd be funny because in Judgment, when you fuck something up like that, Yagami actually screams, this here proves everything, and then someone goes like, no it doesn't, and Yagami's like, oh yeah, that's, I mean, I'm just joking. Well, who the fuck's... Oh my god. A side testimony too? I'm just gonna go through everything. Ashtray fingerprints. Q just fucking talks to himself. No, that wouldn't be it. Oh, I think I got it. Sami was the one who saw Akechi and all the fight the day of the murder, isn't that right? Yeah, but I left in the middle of it. In other words, she didn't actually see Akechi-san kill Oda-san. Exactly. And only Usami-san, all the blah blah blah. So we can conclude Yuki then, which means the charge against him could be false. Sorry, but that doesn't hold water. What do you mean? Akechi prints were on the weapon used to kill Oda. That's solid evidence to prove Akechi did it. Is this really all you have to say? What do you mean? This was your case. You had to know Akechi fingerprints on the murder weapon alone weren't enough to convict him. I don't follow you. Spell it out for us, will you? There's evidence that should show them now. I don't know what the fuck. So much evidence. Fingerprints? The ashtray you said the murder weapon hadn't been washed because it was supposed to be thrown out. Akechi prints weren't the only ones on it. That means you can prove him guilty from the fingerprints alone. Detective, is that true? You threw my brother into prison for 6 years and ruined his life and my fucking haircut because you fucking were too lazy to look into this shit? Yeah, just as he says. Whatever. Who cares? So you admitted it might not have been my brother. But that's still not enough to prove somebody else did it. Somebody witnessed Akechi fleeing the scene. That's another piece of solid evidence. I want you to look at your haircut for a bit and like laugh at it. Please. It's horrible. And button up, bitch. Jesus Christ. Think about it. You think the person actively fleeing the scene of the crime is the culprit, wouldn't you? Why'd they run away if they didn't do anything? What do you have to say about that? Kiryu-san, do you have any information to refute the witness? Blah blah blah. Let's see. Yeah. Just beats the shit out of the detective. Like, shut up! Ruin my fucking big moment. Oh, I know this underground information dealer. Is that actually it? Oh, it is. No, it's not. I don't know what the fuck he said. I wasn't listening, really. No. Oh, got it right. I'm assuming each evidence is used once. God damn it, shut the fuck up with this piano bullshit. Kinoshita, you saw Akechi fleeing the scene, right? Yes, I did. Are you sure? I'm not lying. I'm sure I saw him. But you didn't see the face of the person fleeing the scene, you said that, right? Yeah, I only saw his back. So then it's possible you saw somebody else. A twin. A clone? Is that all you got? The police wouldn't have arrested Akechi on just any old vague evidence, you know? There was also something that proved the person Kinoshita saw was, in fact, Akechi. And what was that? Only Akechi hit such a dump truck of an ass. The man Kinoshita saw leaving the scene of the crime was wearing a Cafe Alps waiter uniform. The only waiter employed by Cafe Alps at the time were blah 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 and this motherfucker. The security tapes show Kinoshita and Asai out of front of the time of the murder. Were alone confirmed that Iwagama-san was at home. Oh my god, I wasn't at home. Therefore, by process of elimination, the only way Kinoshita-san could have seen was Akechi. Curious-san, is that true? No, it's absolutely possible that the person Kinoshita saw was not Akechi. I have a statement to prove it. Well, then why don't you share that statement with us? I have a statement that proves the person seen leaving Cafe Alps might not have been Akechi. I need to present that fucking shit now. It's that other guy's testimony. There was actually another crime committed at the cafe the day of the murder 6 years ago. Another crime? Another murder? That's the first I heard of it. Iwagama's uniform disappeared from his locker in the Cafe Alps locker room that day. Iwagama's cunt's uniform? Yes, my uniform disappeared from my locker. I never said it because I'm a little bitch. Since you weren't present the day of the murder, when did you notice it was missing? The day after Oda-san was murdered, I came to work. I imagine this guy is like constantly fucking shitting his pants this whole fucking quest line. His mouth is tilted. What the fuck? The police were investigating, so I couldn't go in. His face is all kinds of wrong. But once the police left, I looked into my locker and saw my uniform was gone. Come on, the police probably took it as evidence. I'm sure there was plenty of stuff missing from the crime scene. You're wrong. Someone was definitely harassing me. Everyone teased me. I'm sure of it. Asai-kan, why don't you tell them you took my uniform? You took everything else. The uniform must have been you, too. You're so whiny. Bully police, whoever took it, it was nothing to do with Akechi or this case. No, Iwagana-san uniform is the key to this case. Huh? What do you mean? I'll show you right now. I'll show you what it fucking is. I can show you them 2 pieces of evidence that prove there was a notebook. Guess that doesn't prove shit. Alright, list of evidence. And the other piece of evidence is a side testimony too. Look at the list of evidence I borrowed from you. There's no waiter uniform on it. That's right. I love his hat, by the way. It looks like a fedora mixed with a bucket hat. But see, you're right. I don't see any waiter uniform listed. In other words, the uniform disappeared before the police showed up. I love his outfit too. He looks kind of cool. But the police didn't confiscate it. Who could have taken it? It was Asai-kan, right? No, not Asai. He did steal things from you, true. Cause you fucking suck as fuck. It's such a fucking asshole. I would have stolen from this fucking guy. Fucking pissing me off just looking at him. But he wasn't doing it to harass you. He was just after some cash. And harassing you. Your wallet and CDs make sense, but your uniform wouldn't have been worth anything. Just like you aren't worth anything. Well, then who did it? Uh-oh, you mean the murder took it? Exactly. The criminal wanted to make it look like somebody else committed the crime. So they stole the waiter's uniform and changed into it. That fucking piano music's gonna be like stuck in my head for the rest of the fucking my life. Then as soon as somebody came by, they hid their face and ran out the back exit. Is that true? Hold on, I fucking forgot about something I had to do. Shit. I had to piss myself. Oh no, I forgot. No, since I finally can fucking turn off the stupid ass fucking guide I had turned on over here because this quest is so fucking convoluted, boring, and fucking stupid, I can finally do this fucking thing. That I won't explain you what it is. Is that true? It's so dark outside and I meant to fucking go and fix my credit card because it got blocked because I forgot my fucking code. So you're saying the person who stole Iwagama's uniform and fled the scene is the real criminal? Yeah. Who might that be? Uh-oh. Who do I convict? Uh-oh. Detective. Am I one of the possible suspects? The real criminal is... I don't know. Him? Nah. The real criminal is... real criminal is... This Jack. Tell me it's him. I hate him. I want him to go to prison. Nah. Is it really Akechi? Maybe her sister. Nah. Just nobody. Nobody committed the crime. It was aliens, like I said. Yes, it's the only person it could have been. Wait, really? Pre-rendered cutscene? No fucking way. That means this quest is really important. I never finished this quest on my other playthrough, by the way, because I never cared. You can kind of see why. It involves so much running around talking to people. I didn't give a shit. Oh my god, Kiryu, tell us. It's this bitch right here. I love it. What the fuck? Impossible. She takes off a mask. It turns out it's actually Akechi this whole time. They switched places and she's actually in prison. I can't keep up with you fucking talking like that. You killed Oda-san? I did. An interesting theory, but why would I kill Oda-san? I didn't have any reason to do anything like that. Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you pointing fingers like that? Yuichi Akechi's motive was Usami-san's relationship with Oda-san. Exactly how are Yuko-san and Oda-san connected? I need something. Oh fuck, oh shit. Business card? Notebook? Nah. Usami's testimony? Nah. Guys, I really don't fucking know. Laura's testimony? Nah. Waka's testimony? Oh my god. Alright, fucking no, Ash, not fucking fingerprints. This not it either. Kishida's testimony? Thank god I can fail as many times as I want. Oh, I thought I picked it. Sada-san was dating someone at the time of the murder, somebody who used to work as a waitress at Cafe Alps. What? Is that true? Yeah, and her last name was Saito. Saito? That's Yuko's maiden name. I hear you work at the cafe until just before the time of the murder. Oh shit. Yuko-san and Oda-san were dating? That's so cute. I didn't know that. Yuko-san, is that true? I don't have to answer that. So it's true. Yuko? If Oda-san was dating Yuko-san, then Usami-san wasn't the only one cheating. Oda-san was cheating too. And that means... What's wrong with his ear? It looks like it's upside down. Oh my god. Also, he had motive to kill Oda-san. Is there anyone with motive as a killer? You haven't done anything but hypnotize. Exactly, you're one talking possibilities. Do you have any conclusive evidence that she murdered him? I was talking about Halloween before I had to read all this bullshit. The fuck else about Halloween? I don't know, the 2018 one, I really liked it. It was definitely scarier than the original one, but not really scary. So if you guys are scared to watch Halloween, I didn't get scared, and I'm pretty easily scared. I mean, maybe like medium scared. Like, you know, I can play some scary games. I beaten like Resident Evil 7 and shit. But like... I don't know, it's like mostly psychological shit that really gets to me. Like, if I see a scary monster, I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of scary, but it's a fucking video game monster. I'm just gonna shoot it in the fucking face and it's gonna die. But when I fucking, like, play something like Silent Hill, then it gets a bit more creepy and under my skin, in my opinion. When, like, shit I don't understand happens. But when I watch Halloween and I know this Michael Myers is just a... for some reason, super-powered killer. That's one thing I don't understand about Michael. Why is he so strong? What made him so fucking strong? He's just naturally fucking strong as fuck? Yeah, in this movie there's like a journalist. They're British, so they deserve to die. Thankfully, they did. I mean, maybe not thankfully. They weren't like evil or anything, but they get killed. Actually, it's kind of like when the guy gets beaten over and over. Like he just like Michael just smashes his head against the wall. He smashes his head against like a bathroom door, which when you think about it, if you get smashed your head against the bathroom door, it doesn't move. And even though it was locked, they still kind of move, so they like absorb some of the impact. So this guy doesn't exactly have to be dead. Because last time we see him, he's just really bloody, but he's still breathing, so he could possibly be alive. The girl, on the other hand, she did get strangled by Michael for some reason. I guess he really didn't like that they took his mask. Yeah, and he stole the fucking mechanic's uniform. This song is really not the best to fucking as a backdrop to me talking about Halloween. Yeah, long story short, Laurie has had a daughter who tried to live a normal life instead of living in fear of Michael, like her mother, Laurie. I forgot her name. And then she had a daughter, Laurie's granddaughter, who wanted to go to a party with her boyfriend. They end up dressing as Bonnie and Clyde, but the twist was that she was Clyde and he was Bonnie, and stuff like that. And he cheated on her on the party, and she left. And her good guy, nice guy friends tried to be nice to her and date her instead, and tried to kiss her. He got killed by Michael. Great job, Michael. One less nice guy in the world. Fuck him. And yeah, I think his death was the most brutal because he got like impaled on a gate. There were actually some brutal deaths, like for example at the very beginning when Michael breaks out of when a truck that's supposed to transfer Michael to a different asylum, which you can already tell it's gonna derail or something, and Michael's gonna escape. That's just a very simple setup for him to escape. There's like a father who went to investigate, and he got his fucking like head snapped backwards, and it's pretty gruesome looking. And there's another thing, the kid of the father who I just described dead, he went to investigate and he got strangled by Michael. That's the only kid I think Michael killed so far, and I was like, I thought Michael doesn't kill people. I love the scene when there's like a babysitter talking on the phone, and you see Michael entering her house from the back. 2 seconds later, he's already behind her. And then he just like bashes her head against the couch and stabs her in the neck. I thought it was really funny. Or the fucking scene when there's like a babysitter girl and she's taking care of this kid, and Michael makes his way into the kid's room and he's sitting in his closet. So the girl comes to calm the kid down because the kid's freaking out, and she tries to close the closet, but she's like, oh, it doesn't want to close. What's inside is blocking it. And Michael shows up. Just fucking stands there, spooks her as fuck, and the kid's reaction is like, oh shit, and runs the fuck away. I thought it was fucking funny. Yeah, lots of murder stuff. I thought there was gonna be a knife fight because the boyfriend of the girl who just got killed by Michael picks up a knife, but then the next scene we know he's already impaled on a wall. We didn't get to see a knife fight. Not that the guy was set up to be a badass or anything. But still, I thought maybe they would exchange 1 or 2 blows with their stupid kitchen knives. Michael should get like a combat knife. He would be so much more efficient with that shit. Or just a machete like Jason. He does have like a... What's it called? Like a pick at the very end of the movie. When he finally goes to Laurie's house. Yeah, at the end of the day, she burns down her house with Michael in it. Except the very final shot before the pre-last shot, the shot before the final shot, shows that Michael isn't in the location he was when the house was burning. So it's like, either he escaped and he's still alive, or he did burn down, he's just not standing in the same place he was standing when we last saw him. Also, we see his normal face a lot. Like in the first movie we see his face and he looks kinda normal. In this movie we see his face a lot and he has like a beard and he's just old. He's like 40, he's about 60 years old because there was like a 40-year gap between these two movies. And then I believe Halloween Kills takes place immediately after the previous one. So I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it today. But yeah, I heard that one's pretty crazy. So maybe that'll be the one that finally creeps me the fuck out and scares the fuck out of me. Because these two haven't really done that very much. I do like the finale of it when Laurie finally uses all of the traps she had set up in her house and all the weapons. Even though she, like when Michael shows up and unfortunately kills the dad character, who was pretty cool. I liked him, but he unfortunately gets killed. Um, Michael like strangles Laurie to the door, and I was like, all these years of training about to go to waste because Laurie stood next to the door for some reason. But she blows off Michael's like 2 fingers, and that's pretty cool because it later leads to the fact that I guess Michael didn't thought that he's leaving blood trails everywhere, and then she can easily track him down. But yeah, Michael's very fucking stealthy, you know. It's fucking insanely stealthy. Alright, but fucking enough about Halloween. Exactly, you're the one taking possibilities. Do you have any conclusive evidence that she murdered him? Like, conclusive evidence? Like fingerprints? If only I had something with Yuka's fingerprints on it. Oh my god, I have. This is the evidence. It's my business card. Oh, you're that handsome host I just met. Turns out you're a fucking jackass. You know what's funny about that piece of hair on the front of Kiryu's face? Looks like a feather. I noticed that when when like I have like a light source behind me and I stand sideways to it, my hair kind of looks like textures put on top of each other. You can kind of see how my hair goes back, up and back, kind of like Kiryu's hair. This business card has your fingerprints on it. I should be able to compare the prints on this card to the ones that on the murder weapon. Are long side beards like really popular in Japan? Lupin has them. Kiryu has them. I was gonna start watching Lupin the first part 5, by the way, because I finished part 4 recently, and part 6 is coming out, and I figured I'm gonna finish part 5 and finally watch part 6, and then I'm probably gonna take a little break from Lupin. I wanted to rewatch part 1 with the English dub too. Forgot about that. I don't think it happened yet, but it's supposed to. I don't know, we'll see. Give me that business card, let's check it out right now. Oh my god, you're going to prison, bitch. We solved the case. We finished analyzing the prints on the card. These are Yuka Kinoshida's prints. Oh my god. And these are the prints on the ashtray. Uh-oh. Her fingerprints exactly the same. Are reused texture? No. The prints of Yuka-san's business card are the same as the ones on the murder weapon. I don't believe it. What a beautiful painting. How you explain that, bitch? Even if my prints are on that ashtray, so what? How does this change anything? What do you mean? I ate at Cafe Alps the day of the murder. I must have just touched the ashtray while I was there. She's right. There's no crime in touching an ashtray. She would have just shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to listen to you. No, Yuka's lying. I should call her out on this. She's a lying fucking bitch. I don't know what the fuck proves anything. List of evidence. Fingerprints? Guys, I don't know what the fuck is this bullshit. What the hell are you talking about? There's no record of you coming to the cafe of the day of the murder, right? Detective Maeda. He's right. How long is this episode? Oh my god, almost as long as the last one. And it's all just this stupid side quest. We had Cafe Alps employees watching all the security tapes and then gave statements to one other blah 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 former otherwise visit the cafe that day. Right, Kinoshita-san? That's right. I'd seen Yuka-san's face before, so I would have noticed if she was on those tapes. She definitely wasn't. Which means you don't come to Cafe Alps on the day of the murder as a customer. So I wear your fingerprints on the ashtray then. Fine, maybe it wasn't on the day of the murder, but it might have been the day before. It's not that big of an issue. Nope, you had to have been here the day of the murder. You were the customer, you were the real murderer. Huh? The only people who could have prints on the murder weapon and those who visited the day of the murder. How did you come to that conclusion? And for the coupon of the grace? What the fuck are you talking about? Cop the craze? I just need something to prove when this prints of the murder were made. I don't know. This? No, that doesn't prove anything. I don't know, a size testimony? I don't think I used that yet. I don't think I used the second one. This quest sucks. Maybe florist testimony? An ashtray here are cleaned every day, but your prints were still on the murder weapon. That means you have been here all day of the murder. Here the day of the murder. But the day of the murder, a customer dropped the ashtray, chipping it. Chipping in. Yuichi Akechi was the chipped ashtray, and instead of washing it, decided to throw it away. What a dumbass. Since you could have come at the cafe at a customer that day, the only one time you could have left your prints on the ashtray, you did after Akechi dropped the ashtray in the locker room when he witnessed Asami cheating on him with Oda. Sometime after Akechi left and before Kinoshita came to check up on him, you entered the locker room and murdered Oda. Then you put on your blah 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 and went to the back. Isn't that fucking right? Oh my god, you're right. Yuka-san, is what Kiryu-san's saying true? It's only good worse if you stay quiet. Shut up. I told you I didn't do it. Hold on. I can't hear the outside with my super awesome fucking headphones. I give up. Yuko, I'm putting an end to this. What? Do you know? Oh yeah, because it's her husband. Do you know something, Koshinida-san? I knew you came to the cafe that day, Yuko. What? How? I could smell you. I could smell you anywhere you go. It was very faint, but I could smell your perfume all over the crime scene. I know how you smell. No way. What the fuck? I've been in love with Yuko ever since we worked together. Aren't you fucking married though? That's why I know the scent of her perfume the minute I smell it. What the fuck? Sometime after the murder, I happened to run into her again. Eventually we started dating. Oh, good. How nice. But dating a murderer? I love how this fat ass is sitting in the back. Nobody wants to sit next to him. Fucking sucks. One day I brought up the murder. Her face went white. She felt quiet and avoided commenting on anything. That's when I was sure Yuko had been here the day of the crime. Well, I'll be damned. But I still don't know exactly what that meant. Or I should say I didn't want to know what that meant. When I found out Kiryu-san was looking into that old crime, I decided to keep it all secret. But now Yukichi Akechi suffered 6 years for a crime he didn't commit, all because I didn't say anything. It's all my fault. If I had just spoken up, none of this would have happened. Gee, Louis. Kinoshita-san. Oh my god. Another pre-rendered cutscene? I hope it's the last one.
Yuko-san.
Yuko-san.
今一度尋ねます。あなたが小田さんを殺したんですか?
Yeah. You got me. Oopsie. Haha.
そうよ。
Really?
私がやったのよ。
I still consider aliens a possibility, but maybe she's an alien. She's an alien. There's some weird liquid coming out of her eye. That's weird. Humans don't usually do that, right? Why are you crying? Just go to prison. Not a big deal. I've been to prison for 10 years. Will you give me a statement that Yuichi Akechi is innocent? Yeah, whatever. Nothing to do with the murder. Yuko, how can you have done such a thing? Was it really just because OrosZ was cheating? Of course that's what it was about. He said he was going to marry me. Oh, but I was going to marry you. What the fuck? Beautiful painting. Look, guys, I don't give a shit. We already got the murderer. Let's just fucking please, for the love of God. Oh my god, this is so fucking lame. Oh my god, she killed Oda. Oh fuck, and then run out. All these fucking bowling pin people. Really dramatic. A bowling pin fell over. Fucking. No, she's going to prison. That's horrible. Oh god. It's really horrible. Extra. Guilty criminal of 6 years of murder. The man originally accused of the crime now stands to be acquainted as a new trial. I was wrong about the media. I thought you just went from one person to the next looking for gossip. That is true. It's just different. I didn't know you cared about the people in your articles. They don't. She just felt guilty. I wanted to get this shit out of here. I figured you just forgot about them the second they left your pages. But you've been worrying about my brother the whole time. You even proved his innocence. There are decent people in the media. Thank you so much for helping him. Nozomi-chan. I also have to apologize for the way I treated you. I want to give you a reward for helping me get a retrial for my brother. She just gets a BJ on the fucking middle of the street. Kiryu's just looking at it like, whoa, what the fuck? What you doing to him? What are you talking about? You did a real journalist is supposed to do. What do you mean? Sure, you wrote an article saying Akechi was a murderer, but now you've written an article cleaning his name. Clearing and cleaning. Is that what the real journalist is supposed to resolve things? Sure, but I won't let this be the end of it. I'll continue to follow the truth until the day I put down my pen. That's the duty of a reporter. I'll be cheering on you on. Fucking can't read after 2 hours of this fucking bullshit. I got lots of money. And some experience. Absolutely not worth doing all this shit for. But I managed to prolong this Let's Play. Not that it was my intention. I kinda wanna finish it this week. Because next week GTA Trilogy comes out. Oh god damn it. Oh yeah, there was no fighting in this episode. Maybe that's for the better. Don't worry guys, here's some action. In case you missed it. Oh, you motherfucker. Come on, fuck me up. Oh, you fucking asshole. That's not what I meant. I remember when I played this game immediately after I played, well, not immediately, but after I played Yakuza 2. And I felt like punches were so not, like, didn't have any weight to it, like in Yakuza 2. But then I remember how I played Yakuza 2 after Yakuza 0, and I was like, what's up with all these physics and this fucking fighting feels weird. But nah, I guess each one of the games is good in their own way. Well, fighting in this game is more similar to how it was in Zero and Kiwami, but... Oh yeah, I was saying, so next week I'm probably gonna get Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the definitive edition, and make a Let's Play of that. I was gonna call it Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Let's Play, but yeah. I don't know how it's gonna play out. But see you fellas in the next episode, bye.